Y'all, I'm excited. I am excited. I want everybody when they come in, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell to be notified whenever I go live or upload a new video. Okay. If y'all are loving the content, please put a thumbs up. Please like the video. I'm waiting for my road dog roll on. The link is in the chat. Row. All right. Who's in the building? Who's in the building? What's going on?
What's up? What's up?
Bitch, I'm excited. I'm excited. So, Real
Let me do a
Housewives of Atlanta is back. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. What you
let me do a
you
30
okay?
second PSA on some other shit before we get into the real deal. We will be addressing some other bitches on Thursday on our other review, but we'll give you that a little bit later, bitch. Because what I just seen, I don't like it, so I'm disturbed by it. So we gonna give it to you. Since you want to do it, you want to rumble, we can rumble. But right now, we gonna get into some other people's business who like to rumble, and that's the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
First of all,
My
I am so excited that our girls are back.
my
Now,
girls are back.
Now, let me just before we get into the review, I want every bitch that was talking shit about how my girl is switching from one network to another, saying
Bingo.
how I don't know how she's gonna fit. I don't know. Da da da. She don't really fit the Bravo brand, the Housewife brand. Da 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 da. Now, when the motherfucking shit premiered, now everybody wants a piece of the queen. Now every bitch that was talking shit now had to eat their motherfucking words.
That's right. That's right. My
It
girl
goes to
did
show,
that.
it really goes to show never, never judge a book by its cover or never speak too fast because you never know what's going to happen. Never show your hand or show that you're like inadequate or you're just slow. You just like talking because you got lips. Now everybody's eating their words because when I tell you I thoroughly enjoyed this first premiere, the premiere episode. I think everybody is clocking in. I think everybody got their little things with them. But there's some girls that I still want them to kind of like I need there's like one girl that I want them to get their pink slip. That's just my opinion. But we're gonna get
Who?
into it. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. I'm gonna tell you. But um a lot of people, I was hearing the reactions of the people that watched the premiere. Now, a lot of people loved it. A lot of people thought it was okay. Um, and then some people just wanna, hate and say that it was boring and it was this, is not the same. The same old rhetoric. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But literally, I thoroughly was cackling. I was excited to see my girl come onto this platform and do what she does best as a reality TV vet who has had her own show, who has produced her own show, or executive produced her own show. Like, my girl is a jack of all trades. Shout out to K Michelle, baby. Keep doing what you do. And without further ado, let's get into this
Review.
this review, this recap. But before we do that, what did you think about the show, the premiere episode roll on? What did you think
I,
about it?
I did that. That beginning intro with Cynthia and that ponytail was
Mm-hmm.
everything.
I
Top
love
tier.
that. I thought that was very new. Like I think it gagged me when because a lot you know what's so crazy? A lot of people didn't know that was Cynthia. They thought that was Portia. See, the thing is, I thought that was just some random girl that they have just walking on the set and just sitting down and watching the shit go down. Um, and I love the extra. I love how they kept extra scenes like hidden until like the actual premiere episode. Like we watched the premiere episode because if you look at the trailer, it's so different than what they showed on the intro. You know what I'm saying? That's like more footage. But I love how Bravo don't want to give us everything. They want to spoon feed us, which I like. I'm like, don't give me everything. Like, surprise me. I want to be surprised, especially with this season and coming off the backs of such a letdown season as season 16. Because no shade, season 16 was supposed to be that girl. It was supposed to be like, oh, we're back. Season 16 was supposed to be we're back. Like we got Kenya, we got Portia, and Kenya for whatever reason lost the motherfucking plot. Let a rookie trick you out your spot. You had to go overboard. You had to do something stupid. So, and that just created a whole dark shadow over that season where there was a lawsuit, there was a whole bunch of craziness. But since now we in 17, now we get a fresh new start. Um, let's get into it. So the episode started off with Phaedra and her son Aiden, who, first of all, by the way, we watched this little boy grow up. Like this boy, we literally watched him like be born like from his mother kitty litter. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
So
hollering, kitty litter.
Shay, like we watched him be born out of his mother's kitty litter. So it's like, damn, now he's now 15, he's driving, and I love the flashbacks with, Phaedra taking him, being born and taking him to kindergarten, and now he's driving her. It's so dope. I love that. It wasn't much there, but I like seeing it. Do you want to even comment on that scene?
The
Hey,
what was
Essence,
what
Essence, you
was
can come up
hey
too,
Essence,
because
hey Essence.
Essence want to come up and talk about the show too. And I did say she could come because
She said she hadn't watched it.
oh, she haven't watched. You haven't watched it,
Yes,
girl. All right.
that's the baby she lied about. Yes.
Yes, that's the baby she lied about. And I'm like, and I always wonder, girl, why did you lie? Like, what the fuck? Like, why would you lie about your due date? And then it's still this running joke, like, why would you lie to a bunch of mothers? Like on Mother's Day, no less. Like that was the key. Like
I,
people have to put that in perspective for me. Like she literally lied at a dinner table
I mean,
full of a bunch of mothers on
I
Mother's
mean,
Day.
I'm still gonna defend Phaedra. You know.
Yeah, yeah, Nick. We all know why now because she got pregnant before, before marriage. We already know that. Yeah, we know that, girl. But I'm
Yeah.
just saying, like, girl, like, really, like, you look horrible. But let's move along. Let's move along. I'm glad that she was far removed. She grown or whatever. But she's still out here lying because we're gonna get to the last episode when we get there. So the next scene is we have Angela and Charles,
You know,
being little, older couple. Wait, what you was gonna say?
when it Essence, we gonna get into that comment down there. Anyway,
All right. So Angela and
um,
Angela and Charles, they're in the house. They're being cute. I think Angela is talking to Charles and saying that she's the best cook cook in the house and she's
Barbecue.
making a burger and Charles like, oh, you're barbecuing and da 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 da, and she makes him a burger. First of all, that plate looked dry. I didn't
And
like how that
skimpy.
plate looked. That wasn't like a cute plate
With them little bitty chips and that
with
tomato.
liberty and the fruit and all that other stuff. I'm like, ugh. First of all, why would you put fruit and chips on the same fucking plate? I
Yeah,
don't want
yeah.
I don't want my chips wet. Like, who likes wet chips? Like, gross.
I wonder
But
was that filmed in the summertime? It had to be if they outside or the spring. They
yeah,
had to be outside barbecuing.
yeah. And first of all, I kind of keyed when Charles was looking at the camera, was showing his burger.
Yeah.
I love that. A lot of people did not live for like the girls looking in the camera. They was like, it's not supposed. You're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to like make it seem like you're filming a reality show. You know what I'm
We
saying?
we
But
gonna get into that because
we gonna get it.
K Michelle responded
Yes.
to that.
Yes, I know that's the Muggeroo. But oh yeah, and I got the tweet too, because no shade, my girl followed me on 3 of my social medias.
And she
Yes,
followed
I'm gonna
me, so
constantly say that. She follows me on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. Boop. Yeah, get like me. All right, period. All right, so that was a cute scene. Oh, but I want to get into the fact that she brung up the podcast that Charles was doing, where he basically stated that oh he was roofied from to
yeah,
get
she
married or something. He
right.
probably put something in his drink in order to get married to marry her. She didn't like that. He apologized, but then for the life of me, I have come to terms with Angela and Charles' relationship. I feel like he gets a kick out of just not
Pissing
being on
her
the
off.
same page, pissing her off and not being on the same page. Because whenever she tells a story, he's always like, "No, it didn't happen like that." I'm like, "Mother, you are literally you're literally filming a show. You literally constantly making your wife look crazy upon millions of viewers. I need you to be on the same wing. Like, it's okay to lie. Like, even if
Right.
you're a truthful husband, but it's like if your wife is saying this, be like, oh, okay. I could have been this, or yeah, you're right. But the
Right.
fact that every single time y'all Angela's telling a story or reminiscing about a certain situation, he always remembers it
The
differently,
other way.
the other way. And now it's like they're kind of like cross, like they're the story is mixed up. She's looking crazy. He's like telling her, like, basically making her look like a liar. So Charles, I'm just okay with the fact that he's always going to do this, and that's his personality. I don't like it because it's like you're literally embarrassing your wife. And it's like a lot of people is kind of like irritated by that, but I'm also kind of like, let that black man be. And the fact that she married him and they've been married for years, she loves it. I feel like she loves the back and forth. She loves it. If she loves it, I like it, child. She likes it, I love it. That's how I feel. What do you feel about
She
that
was
in
like, what
the
was
story?
funny was when she said, if Charles got pink hair, Charles fucking a candy lady, I don't care. Whatever got to you hear about Charles, I don't care.
Uh-huh.
That tickled me.
Nick, I actually like the chips slightly soaked. Gross. Gross. But yeah, but overall, I like Angela. Angela, I love Angela's personality. I even like Charles in this episode. We're gonna talk about that. But
It
baby, let's go on to next, huh?
wait. Hold on. It's something about I'm 50-50 on Angela because when we talk about the incident from last year, it's still something about her that makes you feel like she did it, but she's letting Drew take the fall for it. We'll get into that though. So
Yeah,
I'm
we'll get
thinking,
into it because I got an opinion about that too. We're gonna get into it though. But let's go into the next scene. So we the next scene is Portia strutting down the street in this leopard print, this freaking cheetah print dress. First of all, can I just say this? Portia in her confessionals. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's like, bitch, the serve that she's like, it's like
is she?
she constantly keeps serving in her confessionals. I love
Is she?
each one of her looks. Yes, yes. You
No,
don't think so?
no.
So
I've seen
which look that you didn't like? You didn't like from her.
none of them. I've seen her look
I
better
love
in previous seasons. None of them.
Oh,
No,
you're crazy. You're crazy. For real.
no.
I love that gray look. I love the jewelry, like the big chunky jewelry, the arm jewelry, the wrist jewelry. Love that. I love the gray look. I also love the brown look with the hair. The hair, it was giving me futuristic. It was giving me Y2K vibes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
but
I
no.
live for it. I live. I
Yeah, but
live.
no. But anyway,
I don't understand. So
she
yeah, she
strolls into
scrolls and go ahead, go ahead.
she strolls into some building to meet with a friend, and that friend happens to be Kimberly Michelle.
Hey, motherfucking Michelle. When I tell y'all, like my heart fluttered.
That is
It's
my
the fact.
motherfucking girl.
It's the
That is
fact that K Michelle is really on Real Housewives. Like, who would have thought that our girl who came on the scene in Love and Hip Hop. Matter of fact, but let me just say this: I loved her before she even got on Love and Hip Hop. I knew of her before.
the irony of it is that Love and Hip Hop is on in my background, and I'm seeing the girl with the red hair. That is my bitch. I
Yeah.
love her.
And it's the fact that like she endured so much on Love and Hip Hop, and a lot of people did not like her on Love and Hip Hop. I loved her from the first minute the camera hit her and she was singing "Bury My Heart." Bury my heart. Like that song still goes on to this day. I still got it on my playlist.
Hmm.
But shout out to K Michelle. Like, who would have ever thought that my girl would go from VH1 to a Bravo? Like that is such a level up and an upgrade. Like it's crazy. She's about to be showcased in front of a whole new audience. And I love that for her. So Portia strolls in and greets K Michelle. K Michelle is literally doing a photo shoot for her first country
Country
single.
album.
No, her country single. Because
Yeah, country singer.
if you look, yeah, she was doing a photo shoot for her single cover, which is Jack Daniels. By the way, y'all, if you go to K Michelle page where she's like literally taking videos of people listening and reacting to her single Jack Daniels, she has my video up on there. One of my videos is up on her page. Yeah, that part. So shout out to K Michelle, and I absolutely love Jack Daniels, and I cannot wait for the country album. When I tell y'all, because I've been watching, like I follow K Michelle. I follow both of her pages. I think
Mhm.
it's the Pudding page. So I know what she's working on. I know some of the songs on that she has released to the public. Hopefully, it's still going to be on the album, but we are in for a treat for her country album. I cannot wait. But yeah, so K Michelle and Portia sits down and Portia wants to like give K Michelle this freaking history on country music being,
Black
girl,
people.
being
Black
for black
people.
people. It really originated with black people. I'm like, Portia, shut up. Like, this is coming from a girl that said that the Underground Railroad wasn't
255
real,
days.
was real.
265 days a year.
She
Girl,
really
shut.
thought the Underground Railroad was a real railroad, girl. Like, shut up. But anyway, that was a key for me. That was a key. I was like, girl, just be pretty, Portia. Let's be pretty. So what else they were talking about? They were talking about how Portia and Simon is going through what they're going through, and she said that she made it out on the other side. She got the house and all the drama that's in the blog surrounding their marriage and divorce and yada yada yada.
And she
And
did
then
some and she did some
yeah, say
things
that again.
wrong last year, you know,
Hmm.
and the group, and she invited Kay to a dinner party, and she let Kay know where she stood with all the girls, and Kay said, "What about your friend Shamia?" And she said, "My ex best friend, but I've invited everybody to the dinner." Um, and what stuck out to me was she said that there's a couple singers in the group, Shamia and Drew Sidora. She was like, "Well, I don't know the lady, but it is what it is."
So
So
let's talk about that. So when Portia was just naming the girls, and when she got on Juice, a lot of people said that Kay made a face, and
she
a
did.
lot of people took that as shade. I look back at that; she didn't really make a face. Like, I actually look back at it. I think it's because Portia put 20 on 10 with it. Like, oh, we're not beefing with singers. What singers are you beefing at? I think that's what made people feel like, you know, K Michelle was being shady. But if you really look at it, K Michelle wasn't shading nobody. I don't even think she made a face. She don't know none of these girls. The only person that she really actually knows is Portia, Pinky Cole, and I think that's about it. You feel what I'm saying? That's the only people that she knows on the cast. For real, for real. So I think she was just listening. And when Portia said what she said, like, oh, we're not gonna be cussing out or fighting or feuding with any singers. What singers have you beefed with? Like, girl, like, first of all, if I was K Michelle, I would have told her, bitch, why are you trying to make it seem like I'm coming on this show to be beefing with anybody? Nobody has done nothing to me yet. And listen, if you're a fan of K Michelle has, in the history of me being on it, watching K Michelle on VH1, Love and Hip Hop, she has never started first.
Mm-hmm.
She has never started first. She has never started any beef with any bitch first. People has always came for her, and she has to defend herself. So we're gonna cut that narrative out because already I'm seeing people saying that, oh, Kay is shading Drew first, da da da, and there's this thing with K Michelle and Drew, and the K Michelle fans and the Drew fans is going at it because they're already looking for a way to pounce on K Michelle even before K Michelle was announced. People were already pouncing on K Michelle with being on this show. And then when it was revealed that she has gotten into it with Drew, and how everybody constantly kept saying that they're tired of people ganging up on Drew, it was like they knew to pinpoint it at K Michelle because of her history on other shows. So all of that being said, the target is on K Michelle already. She has so many targets coming at her with being on this show and also coming for Drew Sidora, who has been on this season and has survived for 5 seasons now. I think she's on her fifth season, correct?
Yeah,
Because she came on season 13.
13.
So it's four,
Yeah,
five, six. It's
this,
four. No, this is our fourth season.
no, this our fifth season. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. This our fifth season.
Oh, this are okay. So 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, yeah, yeah. So it's our fifth season. So already, K Michelle is like enemy number one. They're already putting out the narrative that Kay is starting with Drew, and that's not the case. And they're pinpointing this scene that we're talking about how when Portia said Drew, Kay made a face. Kay did not make a face. So we gotta kill that rhetoric right now. We gotta kill that narrative. Kay did not shade freaking Drew at all. Even when at the party she hugged her, we're gonna get on that. But we gotta kill this shit. You know what I'm saying? But how you feel about K Michelle revealing that she's married and she got married 2 weeks prior in Nashville, 2 weeks prior to filming.
Well, here's the thing. The fact that she married Caston and the fact that I followed them when they were on marriage boot camp, I'm like, well, what was the point in Queen's Court? But she kind of touched on that, and it was to get Caston to hold his feet to the fire and end up marrying her. So I'm kind of glad him and her kind of got together, but I kind of wonder, is he gonna get tired of her? Cause you know we gonna see the okay kind of come out a little bit this season with the Drew and her beef. So I wonder, is that gonna really last? And I'm not hating on my girl. It's just, with that narrative of her trying to defend herself and him being a well known dentist, I wonder, is that gonna be an issue for him?
Mm, I don't know. And to be honest, she don't really showcase him on her Instagram like that. And I do remember that he don't even have Instagram. He don't
So
have an
we
Instagram.
so we know
Huh?
of. So we know of because the
Yeah,
people in
so we
the
know of. Yeah,
because the
he
people in the
does.
Bravo land, baby, they
Mhm.
gonna dig it up. If he got it, they gonna find it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. We already know that he has his business. He has a practice. He does his own practice, his own business in like Memphis. Yeah, he has a
Hmm.
dentist in Memphis. Um, and then also, if people don't know that there's um there's something out where I read something where K Michelle stated that they actually live in two different houses.
Yeah, I remember hearing that.
So that's also gonna be a talking point for the girls because the fact that she said that, and I remember her saying that on live, they actually live in different places. So that's gonna be a talking point for the girls to bring up. But I want to say that I love K Michelle. I am all for K Michelle being happy, being loved. If Cassim and just watching them on Mary, I think it's Marriage Boot Camp. He
Yeah,
does love her. He does love her, but the fact that it took all this time and then you had to do another reality show for him to get it, that's a little bit of a red flag for me. Cause
yeah.
is he
That's why I said that because
yeah,
it does.
is he really do he really want to marry you or he just wants the idea to for nobody to have you or just to do it because you want to. Because Caston is a passive guy. He's very much passive. What do you
Also,
think?
here's the thing. What when we get to the dinner party, I'm gonna address some things because I saw some things. Um, before we get there. The next scene, did we cover everything from that scene?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe. Oh, she also talked about her time on. She didn't really say it like name Love and Hip Hop, but she talked about the struggles of having those girls over there, in Atlanta, the Mean Girls, blackballing her and just basically talking, and just dating her ex, and she brought up Memphis and without bringing them up, and all the other girls just being real nasty and just trying to run her out of Atlanta. She has been through a lot in Atlanta in general when it comes to it. What do you think about her and her struggles in Atlanta?
The first, now I'm gonna get pissed off. The first thing I can think about is the damn bag lady, bitch. I don't like her. And thinking about her and that damn husband of hers that's giving her the damn crow's feet and the damn wrinkles that she got, and then a porn star lady that's just mad. It's girls like that that make you not want to have friends because they want to be some fake assholes. So I feel for K Michelle because you can tell that she she's a girl's girl. She's a friend, a real friend, and the bitches that she was around on this show weren't really friends. They want you to kiss their ass and do otherwise, and she wasn't finna do that. And I just feel like hopefully this group of girls is a whole different start. And also, I feel like she never got the apologies that she was deserved because it always was that K Michelle was the problem. K Michelle did this, K Michelle did that. But y'all was the ones that was jealous, and I've never understood why. What you think, Aaron?
Um, yes, I always feel like they should apologize, and she never got the apology. And I really do just want Kay to be at a space where their their apology don't mean shit. Their apology means shit. It don't mean a fuck thing. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if you really think about it, K Michelle has bested all of them. She's literally more successful than all of them. No shade. The fact that Beyonce sees you, girl, sees what you've been doing, know your movements, know that you have real talent, and you are you're gonna be something in the country music space. And the fact that she sent you flowers, she didn't have to do that. She didn't even have to acknowledge K Michelle, but Beyonce did. She's like, listen, you're one of my peers. I see you. If nobody sees, I see. And she's like, I can't wait for your project. I, Anybody who's a fan of K Michelle knows how much he has wanted to be a country music artist from the very beginning. It has listened to all these little sprinkles of country music in her albums. You know what I'm saying? She'll put a little country music in this album, that album, that album. At the end of the day, if Beyonce acknowledged me, none of you bitches matter. None of those bitches over there on that show matters. Cause
None of
guess
them.
what? I'm on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and that show, Love and Hip Hop, is getting canceled.
That's
No
right.
more check for you. No more check. You're not getting no more checks. And what
And
are you gonna
bag
do now?
And Bag Lady can kiss her ass.
Yup. You got enough going on over there. You got enough going on over there.
And Bravo, whatever you do, don't bring that bitch over here. We don't
Bet
want her.
not, bet not. Cause even no shade, cause even Andy said, cause they asked Andy, is he gonna bring more people over from other franchise? And it was like no. He was like, no, we're gonna try to keep it just like, if it don't make sense, no, we don't want it. We don't want it. So I'm glad. Let Angel and K Michelle be the only two. That's how I say. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to
Uh,
K Michelle for opening doors and also
unless,
closing them.
unless we talking about bringing Jackie Christie to Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. We
Girl, no, she can stay gone. No, no, no. Let's move along. Let's move along. Let's move along. Let's get into Shamia and Kelly.
I'm so tired of these hoes.
Child, listen, when I tell you on social media, they have been dragging the dogs out of Shamia and Kelly. A lot of the girls do not like Kelly and Shamia. And I get it. I get it. They can be like they're irksome on their individual, like by themselves. By themselves, they're irksome. But together, it's like mega irky. Like they're mega irky. Like together, because they're both loud. They both animated as hell. They both do too much. Ain't no shade. And we're gonna get into it. So they Kelly comes over to Shamia's house, and also I gotta say this. Shamia, no, Kelly has a daughter that is going to college. And she decorated her dorm room and everything. And Kelly in this scene came over to Shamia's house and was greeted by her one of her daughters. And one of the daughters called her Auntie Kelly because Shamia and Kelly has babysat each other's kids and went out, traveled together and everything. So the kids know each other, very much acquainted. And they sit down and they say how they missed each other. And Shamia said that Kelly is her BFF, best friends forever. What did you think about that? What do you think about that?
Another lap dog.
Hey, mother of one, what's up?
Another
Child,
la-
another
another
lap
lap
dog.
dog. That's it.
I think that is so funny. In my opinion, it's so phony. It's so phony. The only reason why Kelly's your best friends forever, is because Portia don't want nothing to do with you. No shade. That's the only reason why Kelly is there. Because I promise you, if Kelly and Portia, no, if Shamia and Portia was on better terms and like how they were, trust and believe, Kelly would be on the island by herself. She will probably be a third wheel. I gotta keep it real. So that best friends forever shit is like a friends of is of convenience. You're a friend of convenience right now. She don't have nobody in her corner but you. Let's talk about it. But they were sitting down and how they're talking about the Portia thing and how she's gonna see Portia. What was it like? Da da da. Oh, but before we get into the Portia thing, how did you feel about those care packages for the daughter that's in college? What do you think about the pregnancy test, the condoms, and the champagne and all that other stuff that Shamia was packing away for the daughter? How you feel about that? Do you think Shamia overstepped her bounds?
I said this on Clubhouse to my other friends that we watched this, and I said the wine and stuff. Seeing as though I went to college here in Atlanta in the AUC or whatever, I get it, but I feel like the condoms and things, let her mama get it, because quite naturally, one thing she said when she talked to her daughter was that her daughter said that she was over at Morehouse, which I understood it, but let her do it. The daughter is 18, I think.
Years 18. I hate when us older women try to act young and ghetto. How old is the daughter to be receiving wine? Yeah, she's 18. She can't even go into a grocery store to get liquor. You have to be 21. So that was messed up for her. Like, I didn't like that. Like,
Well,
it
well, and,
that yeah, go ahead.
well, and like I said, she's gonna. I get it. She's gonna find it anyway because most freshmen they have like parties like Thirsty Thursdays for freshmen or whatever. So they'll find ways of getting it. So I can understand that in the sense of if she gonna drink, we can monitor her drinking. But the condoms is another thing to me. Or unless they have a relationship where she feels comfortable coming to her and talking about it, and and Kelly knows that. If Kelly knows that, then I'm okay with it. But if you just doing it and Kelly don't know nothing about it, then that's another thing. And Kelly should already know that 9 times out of 10, if she's away at college, she's gonna do it anyway. But it's a slippery slope. I get it, but then I don't get it. So you know what else
Yeah.
annoys me
hmm
that Shamia
What
did?
annoys you?
Sh- She
Mm-hmm.
was like, I'm starting a wine business. I don't know nothing about business. I don't know nothing about that. So why the fuck you starting a business?
I think she just needs something to do because you remember in the trailer that she wants something of her own. I just feel like she's just a mom who is literally the trophy wife behind a very successful black man who is making tons and tons of money for her to just splurge and just be the wealthy housewife that she was always meant to be, that she's always wanted. But she's kind of like she feels
Rum, I'm
unfulfilled.
sorry. Rum,
She
I'm
she
sorry.
feels she feels unfulfilled. So I think that's why she just wants to throw her money and just put her name on something. Like if I was doing something, it would be something that I'm passionate about, not something that can make me a quick motherfucking coin. And I think that's what she's doing and just attach herself because listen, we black people and well, shit, everybody. Well, not everybody, but majorly everybody loves liquor. You know what I'm saying? We love to have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Liquor is like a gateway to the heart, okay? So in rum, listen, when I tell you rum is everything, and also shout out to Nene Leaks because she also have her rum punch. So I feel like no shade. I feel like Shamia was kind of copying off of Miss Nene Leaks. Probably saw what Nene Leaks is doing. Was like, oh, she got a rum punch. Well, baby, let me get rum. Let me just do rum and put my name on it, put my little stamp on it, and let me get a rum company or whatever the stuff. Like that's what I feel like she's doing because she's just bored. She don't want to be just Shamia the housewife. She want to be Shamia the businesswoman. You know what I'm saying?
We don't care, child.
Well, listen, I just want Shamia to not be such a punk asshole. I don't want her to keep trying to cater or try to run behind Portia and try to resolve whatever situation because majority of Shamia's scenes has been nothing just about Portia. Only about Portia. That's what her scenes consist of. And I don't want her storyline to just be so consumed with Portia. I want to see something else. You know what I'm saying? And then
So,
Shamia, I'm gonna need Shamia to retire the mushroom haircut. Like I need her to like I don't like that mushroom in her confessional.
well, I do like that long hair she had on, but I don't like that leopard suit she had on in confessional. Take it
She
off. We didn't
looked
see.
beautiful. She looked beautiful. But also, can I just say, I want them to get the lighting right on her confessional too. My girl looked it too dark. Like she was in the dark doing her confessionals. I need y'all to like get her lighting together. Bravo, truly entertainment. Y'all got so much freaking money. Y'all get so much money to not have my girl looking ever so chocolatey in her confessionals. I need y'all to shine a light. Shine a light on them. Hey, shine a light on them. I need y'all to shine a light on my girl Shamia. There's no way I should be trying to see her face. Like, is that her face? Girl, I'm gonna need y'all to put a ring light. You know the same ring light that Black had at the on the FaceTime? Y'all need to get Shamia that same ring light. Put a shine a light on her. No shade. But yeah, I'm tired of Shamia in her mushroom. And she had on this pink nightgown. I was not living for the outfits in her confessionals. She is such a like a horrible dresser is ridiculous. Her fashions are just it tears me each and every time. The only good look that she has is that leopard print with the long hair. She looks
And I'm gonna
ever
still
so
say
gorgeous.
no. And I'm gonna still say no.
Okay, that's great. You have your opinions. I have mine. You know, we can agree to disagree. What do you think about this text messages that she told us about? That she said after the reunion, she watched it back and she didn't see certain things that was said, so she called Portia and
Girl.
no, she texted Portia, and they had a very not so nice text messages conversation back and forth. What do you think about her miming the conversation between
Corny.
her and Portia?
Corny.
It was. I was like, but I think she's just corny overall. It's like she's just a pretty girl that swears that she's like the most hilarious girl. Like she was the pretty girl that swear that she was gonna be a stand-up comedian. Like I'm a pretty girl, but I'm also a stand-up comedian. Like when like you're not just gonna see me for my looks, you're gonna see me for my jokes as well. But it's just not hitting. She's like Shamia's just so goofy.
And whack.
And it's like just be a pretty girl. Don't be a goofy pretty girl. I don't know. It just don't translate well. Do you think it's because that she's just like a chocolate girl and it's like you're already pretty, but your goofiness comes off. It's not translating well because she's so chocolate and because like it don't look good on her. Because I feel like if it was anybody else, it would have looked good on them. But
So that's what
but because Shamia is like chocolate and she's pretty, it just don't translate well on her. What do you think about that? I thought about that.
I guess. I don't see
Yeah,
it.
a rich, like a black rich pretty girl. Yeah, it just doesn't translate well on Shamia. Like to be honest, I want the Shamia from those seasons where she was, drinking out of Kenya Moore's products. You know what I'm saying? Like, where's that Shamia? Where's the Shamia that was reading Phaedra on season 9?
No,
She just
well,
became so freaking corny to me. And it's like for Shamia to have such like to come on this season, to come on Real Housewives of Atlanta, in the beginning, she had such a high. And throughout the journey of her stunt on Real Housewives, her stock has gone down tremendously. And it's like, what's the disconnect? I think she's the disconnect. I think it's I think she needs to know how to be a housewife. I think she's still in friend mode. Hopefully she this is her second season. This is her sophomore season. And we get the housewife Shamia, not the friend of the show Shamia. Because no shade, season 16 was friend of the housewife Shamia. She wasn't a housewife. She was still in friend mode, which was irksome to me. That's my opinion.
You think so?
Yeah, I think she's still having. I feel like she really don't think of herself as a housewife. She's still in that friend mode. I think this season we're gonna get a different one. We're gonna get a different Shamia because I'm hearing that all the ladies have collectively said that this is literally Shamia's villain era. This is her villain season. She's gonna be the villain. Everybody got a problem with Shamia, except for the Kellys and the K Michelles and the Pinkies and all of that. You know,
Well, that ain't
probably
even.
even Cynthia don't have a problem with Shimia. I don't know. I don't know who else, but I know that Drew, Angela, Phaedra does not like Shamia. I don't know about Cynthia, but I don't know. But yeah, it's her villain ever today this season.
I think she's just corny to me, and I said what I said.
Oh, okay, all right, let's move along. So we have the dinner party. Am I missing anything? Am I missing anything?
No.
Okay. Let's go on to the dinner scene. Let me just say this. I don't know who Portia is fooling. Why did she get that man off of Ready for Love? Mind you, y'all, I didn't see the show. But there was a whole bunch of people just saying that this man is for Ready to Love, and he also acted in like Country Wayne skits. But where I first saw him was on I think it was the Deb, I think this was one of the Trap Queen show. I think it was a Trap Queen movie, and I remember Remy Ma played her, and he was the love interest of her. He was the love interest in the movie. He was like the husband or the boyfriend or whatever. So that's where I first noticed Mike. And there's this whole thing with that came out after the premiere. There was a little video situation with him basically saying that, oh, they looking for somebody to be on a housewife. They're looking for a reality show, a man for the reality show and stuff like that. Child, I don't know. It's this whole big scandal, child. They faked it for the TV. Girl, whatever. What do you think about that? What do you think about that whole scandal that came after the season premiere with the video? Did you see the video of them
Yeah,
two?
I saw the video. I just think he full of shit.
I
He
think so
fine. He
too.
fine, but you a liar.
Yeah, I think he just came on just to get another, look on TV, just to get your name out there, or just to receive a look. It wasn't much. So everybody starts to come in. I believe Angela and Charles, with Charles wearing a sky blue um suit, pants, suit, yeah, tuxedo suit, matching suit, whatever. That was the key. It's crazy because K Michelle and Charles were a key in the episode at the dinner, and the fact that the two of them literally showed up and wasn't on dress code was Chef kiss to me. I loved it. They're very much kindred spirits to me. Love it. Everybody starts to come in. Portia gave K Michelle a wedding gift because she's newly married. Juiceadora. Let's talk about Juiceadora and Cynthia Bailey with their FaceTime dates. Now, not too much Cynthia because she actually wanted to, showcase her who she's dating, but also, just introduce him real quick and hang up the phone. But with Drew, she literally had that phone propped up on the dinner place mats or whatever, on the tableware, propped up, FaceTiming with Black throughout the whole dinner. Let's talk. What do you think about Drew FaceTiming the date through the whole entire dinner? What do you think about Drew and her FaceTime date?
Although I love Drew, it's corny. It's really corny. I think it was meant to be a funny moment, but hey, that's gonna be the start of people dragging her.
First of all, I'm already gonna drag her because, baby, that wasn't what's off. That wasn't what was off-putting to me. That wasn't the only thing that was off-putting to me. I'm gonna say that. The thing that really made me kind of like, I see you, Drew. That girl went in her confessional and said, "Is K Michelle a singer?
Yeah,
Was? Still
that kind of
is?"
bothered me too. Like, why?
Drew, Drew, this is what we're not going to do. Now, mind you, the confessional films, after the season already wrapped. So the season already wrapped. Her and K Michelle is into it. So she's already throwing shade towards my girl K. But Drew, let me tell you this. Even on your worst, can never compare to K Michelle's best and or worse. Nothing that you accumulated within your music. If I tell y'all, name five Drew Sidora songs, gun pointed to your head,
Now you know that.
I bet y'all can't name five Drew Sidora records. I bet y'all can't name five Drew Sidora records. But baby, Drew, let me tell you something. Everybody could name five K Michelle records, okay? Maybe I should call, cry, VSOP, love them all.
I don't like
Can't
me
raise
off her
a
mixtape.
man. Got him like sleep like a baby. Baby, I can go on and on. I got her whole
Hmm.
discography in my playlist. I don't play with Kimberly Michelle Pate, boo. I don't play with her. I don't play with her. Drew, baby, you're ticking, but you're ticking down. And let me get on the facts. When it was at the table, let's go to the dinner scene because everybody came and coming in. Everybody comes in. They're waiting for Shamia because Shamia hasn't arrived yet.
Charles and Kay are a key.
A key. I loved it, and they were both joning on each other. And like she said, like Charles an asshole and she speaks asshole. And wait, is Charles a Sagittarius? I believe Charles is a Sagittarius. Let me look it up. Let me look it up if Charles is a Sagittarius.
I hope he's a Scorpio.
I believe he's a Sag. What's his name? Charles?
Oakley child.
Oh, Oakley. I was about to say Barkley, bitch. Ah, yes, he's a Sag. He's a Sag. So y'all know I'm a Sag. I'm a Sag too. So I speak at like even people have called me an asshole, and I can also say that I can be an asshole because I just shoot it straight to you. And Charles Oakley is the same way, and I think that's why K Michelle and Charles can kiki. And it's kind of funny, right? That the only person that can make like Charles like Kiki and laugh and shit was K Michelle at that table. Like he don't even Kiki and joke with his wife like that. Like that was kind of like alarming to me. I'm like, not you having fun with K, Mr. Charles, but I lived. I lived. Let me let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Cause I'm gonna ask you like some things that happened at this dinner scene. So Pinky comes in because we're gonna get to the point where Pinky
Oh,
comes in
oh, I'm finna
and
drag her.
huh? Say that again.
I can't wait to drag her.
What Pinky?
Yes.
Okay, girl, save it. Okay, okay, save it. But okay, so Pinky comes in, Shamia comes in. Everybody's talking about Shamia's work. She got work done. Do you believe Shamia got work done? Because I think she don't look that much different.
No.
I don't think
Uh,
she got work done. I think they just I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm not looking at her because I don't follow Shamia, but I don't know. Everybody say that she got a new body, but if she got a new body, she look amazing. Also, at the table, what's your opinion of Drew questioning Shamia on why Gerald wasn't there?
I think that that's the residual from last season because people try to check Drew on the situation via Portia, and I think that that's just some last year shit. And I think Drew was just pulling her hair, if that made sense.
And this is my thing too. This is my thing too. I want everybody I want everybody to witness because there's this narrative that, and I've said this in the beginning of the recap, the review, that there's this thing going around that a lot of people gang up on Drew. But my thing is, Exhibit A, we have Drew, who we know in real time do not like Shamia. For her to even question where her husband is, knowing damn well you really don't care. You truly don't care. You just want this back and forth because you need a moment. No shade. If you really think about it, did Drew even get like an introduction?
Um, no.
No. Everybody else had an introduction. Phaedra had an introduction. Angela had an introduction. K. Michelle had an introduction. Everybody had an introduction except Miss Drew. Okay? So, Drew, and people already seen that Drew, they don't like Drew over there on Bravo. They're just keeping her around because, she's cheap. So they could get a little pennies for her work. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
people a couple of dollars in their pocket because they I
If
feel like
Shamia
they
is
really
if
don't pay her
Shamia
that much.
if Shamia
Hmm.
is there and ain't doing nothing, put some respect on Drew name, regardless of what we may think of her actions in this moment. For the last couple of seasons, they were ganging up on her.
I'm gonna just say this for a person that doing so much, the fact that they put you at the end of the couch reunion last just tells you that, and the fact that Andy didn't even say your name at BravoCon, that tells you they don't live for you. It's too many instances where no shade, Drew, you're overlooked. But I'm gonna just keep it on that. But listen, I just feel like Drew brings it upon herself to attack these girls and start with them first. So when they bite back at her and give her that energy,
But hold
now
on, but
she
hold
wants to
on, hold
play
on, hold on,
victim. I feel like she
hold,
plays victim a lot, and
hold on.
I don't like girls that play victim.
Now that I think about it, I think it was because of the situation that Shamia did after the reunion on her little.
Okay, yeah, yeah, that's fine. But all I'm saying is, you know, you don't like her. You wasn't Drew wasn't asking that to be curious. She asked that to dig at her.
Yeah, yeah, I feel like if a bitch don't like me, you gonna try to do shit and say shit. Yeah, we gonna
But
blow for
all I'm
blow.
saying is, don't play victim when they get on your ass. That's all I'm saying because that's the whole narrative. People are trying to paint Drew to be like this fucking victim, like she don't do shit.
But
She
yeah,
attacks these women. She attacks these women, and she tries to play it like I don't know why they mad at me. I don't know why they mad at me. Like stop throwing rocks and hiding your hands. I don't
yeah,
like that.
I get that, but I also think too that what happens is when these girls do things, they do it and it's not seen. But Drew is gonna, they're gonna see Drew do it because they don't like Drew.
That's all I'm saying. Don't play victim. I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit. You could have left that girl alone. Like you could have resumed with you in your little Zoom call. And I'm glad that Shamia gathered her. I'm
What?
glad that Shamia gathered her really like real quick in a hurry. And she always trying to paint this narrative like Shamia's embarrassing herself or whatever. Like I didn't like that. Like leave people alone. You know you don't like that girl. Leave her alone. I didn't like it at all. But let's talk about Pinky Cole and Kelly.
I'm so tired of her.
Now now Kelly, let's talk about this little interaction. So Kelly went in her confessional and told us that Pinky Cole is not a girl's girl. Also, she hit her up for like she hit her up in the DMs and was left on red. But here's my thing. When Pinky came in, she addressed Kelly like, girl, she said to Kelly when she was, you know, saying hello to everybody, and she said to Kelly, girl, I hit you up in the DMs and you left me on red. So who's lying? Did both of y'all leave each other on red? Like, are you just repaying her? Are you just getting your lick back because she left you on red? So she reached out to you and you just left her on red? Because that's what I'm getting from that little interaction
I
with the
think
both
both
of
of them.
them.
I think both of them are liars. If you ask me,
Why you think they're both liars?
because they both full of shit to me.
But how? It's only first episode.
Well, I know a little bit about Pinky because um she's an alum of the same school, and it's like even in her introduction, it just rubs me the wrong way. You acting like you better than. I don't like that. But then we see what's going on in current times with your business and shit, and then you want to play it off like it's a kiki. No, you're the joke.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and then you said in your confessionals, "I don't eat meat. I eat my husband's." Like you're corny. Like be yourself.
You don't think she's being herself?
No,
Oh, okay. I'm not. Listen, I'm gonna just say this. I can't. I don't have a clear depiction of Pinky just yet because it's the first episode. It's the first episode. But I do know that she has what it takes to, have comedic timing. I sense that. I think she's a quirky old girl. Um, I don't know. I just think that I gotta see more of Pinky. Now I do believe that she's full of shit. I think with everything that's going on right now currently, hopefully there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and hopefully she talks about all the shortcomings and all the downfalls of her business, and explain it in real detail, because I still haven't heard her talk about the wages that were not paid towards her staff, and the staff suing her allegedly of some sorts. I don't know anything about that. I just heard people saying it, but I do believe that she puts on this bravado, and she mm, what am I trying to say? She puts on this bravado, and I feel like a lot of people is dependent upon her, and she feels like she has to deliver, and so she's putting on this mask to cope. So she's probably not like that in her everyday life, but a lot of people is depending on her for probably money, resources, and other stuff. So I'm gonna give her some grace. I'm gonna watch the show, and make my predictions then. But I need to see more because I can't get like a read on her really just yet. But I do see that she has personality. I will say that. But yeah, um, I like the fact that her and K Michelle are deltas. Delta Sigma
girl.
Theta, yes, love that. Um, what do you think about Charles telling K Michelle about the SWV comment and Kay taking offense to it? What do you think about that?
I think it's just funny.
It's just fun. I think K Michelle is really just sensitive about her music, but I think it was on fun. What do you think? First of all, let's also get into what did you think about when the girls was grilling Portia about Mike and where they met or whatever? They couldn't really come up with a concrete answer, and then they said I think she said that they met during COVID, and the timeline was really really off. They said, "Ain't that when you met Simon?" So what did you think about all that?
She just a liar.
Mm-mm-mm. Portia. I think Portia. I don't know about Portia no more. I just want her to be the anchor that we all know her to be. Like, girl, you have sat with the needy leaks. You had her to watch. And it's like for you to do these little stunts, it's kind of ugh, child's play to me. I ain't like it at all. Um, but yeah, let's head over to the girls head over to the couch. The guys go outside and smoke cigars or whatnot. Then the whole thing with Shamia and Portia comes up. They all talking about how, Portia is glad that she invited her and yada yada yada. And then they all trying to get them to have a conversation and talk about the friendship. Kelly, Kelly, for whatever reason, want to get into it and have Portia speak about the friendship with Shamia. What did you think about that exchange between Kelly and Portia? What did you
The
think about
first,
that?
the first instance of lapdog behavior.
Yeah, I agree. I
The
agree.
first, I hate bitches
And,
that I hate bitches
God,
that do things and then are mad because we see right through you because you're nothing but a lapdog. Hence, like the bitch that's in my inbox right now, that's the lapdog and mad because I see
stop
right
doing
through
this. Let me show how to. I just want Kelly to sit down, but on a flip side, I do like the fact that Kelly kind of brings it to Portia's front door because no shade out of anybody, nobody's really checking the shit out of Portia. The only person is giving her the blues is Kelly. So I don't want Portia to think that she can just skate by and thinking that because you're the anchor, you can't receive smoke. You know what I'm saying?
right.
That's like how it was when Candy was the so-called anchor of the show, and it was like she can't receive smoke because she's Candy. I don't give a damn if you're the anchor of the show. If Nene can receive smoke and she's the anchor of the show, everybody got to hold their motherfucking way. So I loved when I'm 50-50 because also it's like Kelly, you really don't care. You actually really don't care that they're no longer friends because if they were friends, you would be a freaking third wheel. No shade, and I've said that. But on another side of me saying that I love the fact that Kelly is not afraid of Portia and will take it to her front doorstep because you're not just gonna just freely just not participate or not clock in to work. I'm gonna get you up out your skin, and that's it. That's all. So I do love Kelly because she's necessary to bring Portia out of her motherfucking body. Because baby, when I tell you, Portia had to literally inform Kelly, baby, don't do this while I'm drinking. If y'all go back, she said, I'm drinking. I don't want to get it. I don't want to get into it because I will end up snatching you. Because the more I'm drunk, I'm going to end up having anger towards you, and I'm going to reach out and touch a bit much for talking too much on the internet. Talking too much on the internet. Reach out and touch a bit much for rapping too much on the internet. Rapping too much on the internet. Shout out to Akasha Bentley, bitch. Love her. But
So,
yeah, so I lived. So I'm like 50-50. Like, girl, you don't care. And on the other side, I'm like, keep popping into Portia. No shade. Cause she got a clock in too. No shade. Um, let's talk about the whole entire thing. Let's talk about Phaedra versus Angela and Drew. Let's talk
Nah,
about how Drew ass basically came up to Phaedra's dressing room last reunion, and after the reunion, it's basically was like I don't agree with the receipts. Da 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 da. Phaedra was like, "Well, I don't want to be cool with you because you still was backing Angela up in these receipts." Angela, what do you think about all of that was going on?
I still feel like that was Angela,
Mm-hmm.
and that Drew is just now. That's the one thing that I feel like Drew is just gonna get that based off of association, guilty by association.
Mm-hmm. You know my true opinion because I actually thought that it was Angela too. I thought Angela's the one who did it. Da 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 da. But then I was like, hmm. You know a punk when I see a punk, and that punk Marcus, I feel like he's one of those punks to lie just to get camera time. I believe, and I believe he was paid by a producer of some sort to beef up drama, to beef up drama for the finale because, mind you, it was the finale. I feel like that's what it was. I feel like he lied because remember he backtracked multiple times. He backtracked. He didn't put out receipts. His receipts was a lie. Um, it wasn't nothing to see here. Keep it moving, people. And I just feel like he was paid by somebody on production. They needed something to shake it up, try something, do something, get these girls into it. I don't know what you have to do, lie, scheme, steal, stab. I don't know. Do something. We need an explosive finale. And that's what he came up with. That's my little hypothesis.
Yeah, they said, and then they said that they will table it, and I think it'll come
It
back
was
up.
no table. It was no table at all. The table is non-existing. The table is invisible. The table is silent, quiet, shuts mouth, no back talk. That's what it was. But I'm gonna tell you this, baby. Drew do not want Phaedra on her ass. Drew does not want Phaedra on her ass because Drew, you already can't take some of these girls. I feel like Drew can hold her own, but I feel like with Phaedra, it's gonna be a different story. That's in my opinion. But let me tell you who I really don't want on this show. I really don't want her, this person on the show. I'm
Who?
sick of looking at her. I'm sick of looking at her. Phaedra motherfucking Parks. I
We
am
got we gotta
tired
end
of
the
look.
live. We gotta end the
I
live.
am tired of looking at Phaedra. Phaedra don't do squat, but try to be funny in the confessionals. Try to do these. Try to be a Southern belle when we all know you a freaked out whore, and we all know that you busted wide open for a bus token. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like she would literally whore herself in the middle of a desert storm
End the
just to
motherfucking live. Good night.
like I just feel like that. Like I want her to go. Like you don't add shit. You don't
End the
got nothing
motherfuck.
going on.
End the motherfucking
What is your
live.
mortuary? Where's your mortuary business? Where's
You
your funeral homes? Where are your law cases?
you
Like
didn't
I'm
get
sick
you
of
didn't
you,
get
Phaedra. I'm sick of you.
You didn't give all this smoke for Shamia when Shamia be all across the world with her sick baby and not doing a motherfucking thing, and you got smoke for Phaedra Parks.
Phaedra Parks don't listen. She ain't do a mother sucking thing on Married to Medicine, and she ain't doing shit on this show either. I need her to go.
Good night, y'all.
I
Good
need
night,
you to
y'all.
bring Nene back. Put Nene back on this motherfucker. I'm tired of looking at Phaedra ragged and mug. And no shade, I gotta give her pointers. She looked good in them confessionals. I will tell her that she looked amazing in her confessional. I like that blue look with the blonde. But I wish you would give it up. You're not Nene Leakes, or you want to be Nene Leakes so bad, girl.
Good night,
We've never
y'all.
seen you rock a blonde wig this much, girl. You want to be Nene so bad. You always wanted to be Nene, but girl, you're not Nene, girl. You don't even have the drive. You don't even have the entertainment factor. You don't, girl. You don't have the eye, and you definitely missing the T, boo. No shade, no shade. I don't like
Good
Phaedra.
night. Good night.
But yeah, but honestly, y'all, like honestly, I feel very happy for this season. I think this is gonna be a great season. Honestly, I'm glad that my girl Kay is on the show and here to give you girls entertainment. She's gonna fill the void that Nene left. No shade. We're gonna get confessional reads. We're gonna get entertainment. We're gonna get Southern draw. We're gonna get the whole shebang. I can't wait. I can't wait. And if y'all want us to review Rhode Island, please put it down in the comment section below. Okay. Like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe. All right. And follow all of our social medias in the description below. Okay. And I want y'all to remember, tune in Thursday at 7 p.m. because Chasing Atlanta, we will be doing a recap Chasing Atlanta.
We
And we got some
we
girls to read. We got some
we
girls to
might
read.
no
Okay.
no 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 no. We might be back in about 10 or 15 minutes. I need to talk to my co-panelists. Yeah, we might be back tonight. So stay tuned.
Girl, why?
Keep that button on, cause I'm sick of it. Now it's time to clock in for real. So
Hold
stay
on. We gotta
tuned.
end this stream. We gotta end this stream. Hold on.